And Dummer was like, dang, we ain't even get to spend no time together. You about to dip already? Dummer, you been in my face, chain smoking black and miles this whole time. What do you mean spend time together? This man literally said no words to me unless he was coming at my tree.
Back up on the move, touchdown in my hometown, got nothing to lose. I am on my own now, I am in control now. Ain't need you to go now, I can fix my own crown. Back up on my move.
Hey y'all, it's TheBreeze and you're plugged into the Breeze lifestyle. If this not your first time here, you already know we locked in, friend. Either way, thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you want to support your girl some more, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to see more of me, then follow me on Instagram and TikTok at TheBreeze Lifestyle 777. Now, y'all, please excuse the mess in the room. As you can see, the clothing rack is cleared off. Basically, your girl is packing. I actually go on my trip tomorrow. By this time, I'm gonna already be there. So I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm going to Thailand. I'm so excited, but I cannot leave y'all hanging. So I said either everything's gonna be cute, I'm gonna be dressed up, or they're gonna get this content. At this point, friend, we like that. You're gonna get the content how you get the content, period, as long as it's good, right? Anyway, so we're going to talk about a time where I want to say, I don't know if I'm going to title this Two Men Go Wrong or We Linked Up with Dusties. But either way, that's what happened. Moral of the story, do not ignore red flags. It's nothing wrong with meeting somebody and vibing with them even if you don't know them. But do not ignore the red flags, period. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So this time frame, I was a personal assistant, and I kind of told y'all about this in another story time, but I was a personal assistant to not a celebrity, but this person was known and they hung out with celebrities basically. So, all right, cool. I'm their personal assistant. They have businesses and they have this, I don't really want to give too much information about this person. It really don't matter, but they have this basically, nightclub or whatever. All right, cool. So my job is really to go to the nightclub and take pictures, post on the Instagram. That's one of my jobs with them. So, all right, this is one of the nights where I was doing so. And I had probably been working here, I want to say maybe 2 months at this point. Definitely a whole month. I think about 2 months I have been working here. So I'm pretty cool with the people who work here. I see them sometimes during the day when the place is not even open yet, and they see me every weekend coming in or whatever. So cool, I'm cool with them. Now with this job, I can drink a little bit, smoke a little bit. This time I was still on my stoner, okay? So I could do everything I wanted to as long as I was doing my job, and of course I wasn't getting sloppy lit, So all right, so one night I'm just out and about, and I'm like, all right, cool, it's time for me to go to work. This time, like, the personal assistant job was starting to get on my nerves, but when I wasn't around her and I was like just doing the nightlife stuff, it was easy. Like I was just taking pictures for the Instagram and just making sure everything was cool. So cool. It's a Friday night and I gotta stop saying cool. Okay, so it's Friday night and I'm on my way to my destination. Now, as my stoner ways, before I go anywhere, I'm puffing on the way and I got one roll. That was just me. Not gonna lie, that was just me. So cool. When I know I'm doing these type of shifts, I got 2 roll because I'll get there at like 10 o'clock. It don't close till almost 3 o'clock. So I just be doing my thing. So anyway, I'm rolling down the street, puffing on my tree. So I get there, park my car, walk, because I had to park a little far, so I didn't have to pay for parking, and then I walked to where I was going. All right, so we're at the club, and it's cool. It's not jam-packed yet, but it was really a small club. So it's not jam-packed, but it was a cool amount of people, so I'm over there talking to the bartender. I'm not going to take no pictures and stuff yet because the whole point is to take pictures to get on Instagram so people will come. So I'm going to wait until a little later when it actually get packed or whatever. So I'm at the bar with the bartender just talking whenever they asked me if I wanted a drink. I'm like, cool, I'll take a drink, yeah. So I take a drink, we drinking, everything's cool. So the place is starting to fill up, it's starting to get lit. So I'm doing my rounds, I'm walking around, taking videos. I would just be walking around like this. Just trying to show like it's lit in here. It's a movie. So all right. So I'm doing that, right? And I see this girl, and she like, I could tell. Normally when I'm doing that, I do have the flash on, but normally people don't pay attention to me. So it's this one girl. We're gonna name her Body, because her body was T, but her face was E. Say no. Now, I don't be cool with people because of how they look. That's number one. Like, I don't know. At this age, you can't be dusty. But even back then, even if you look a little rough and you got a good personality, be cool. Like, I'll still be cool with you and I'll still go places with you. I don't really care about that whole everybody got to be a 10, because I don't even feel like I'm a 10. I would give myself 7.5 and sometimes an 8 because I be eating. Say no. But anyway, so cool. Alright, so I see her, I notice her because as I'm doing this, she like looking into the camera and she dancing hard, and I'm like, okay, go ahead, sis, go off, sis. So then she was like, after I was done, she was like, can you get one of just me? And she don't know that I'm just doing, I mean, normal people don't just, I don't know what normal people do. I don't think I've ever seen somebody just in the club just filming everybody just like that. But obviously, she didn't really know that I worked there. And it wasn't my job to let everybody know I was at work. I didn't feel like, it wasn't that structured, you know? You don't know who I am. I don't know who you are. I'm just doing what I need to do, and I'm getting up out of here. I don't have to tell everybody my title. We didn't have no dress code or nothing like that. So she was like, can you get one of just me just dancing in the crowd or whatever? So I'm like, oh, of course. So I get one of her dancing, and she was like, oh, can I see? Can I see? So I'm showing her. Mind you, I don't have a camera. I'm using my phone, right? So she asked me if she could see. I showed it to her. She was like, oh, can you send it to me? I sent it to her. She told me her name. She was like, oh, hey, girl, I'm Body. What's your name? Da-da-da. I tell her my name. She was like, do you come out here often? I'm like, yeah, I'm out here pretty much. She was like, oh, this is my first time. I just moved down here to Atlanta. We about to get lit. Da-da-da. So I could tell she was already a little lit, but she was a vibe. She was cool. So I'm like, all right, cool. So she was like, you want to go get a drink? I'm like, yeah, we can go get a drink. So we go to the bar, and she like, mind you, again, I know the bartender. So she was like, watch this. And I'm just like, what? So I'm just watching her, and she was like, hey. And then he was like, hey, what's up? Mind you, he a little busy. It's like 3 bartenders, but, you know, he was a little busy or whatever. So she was like, hey. He was like, hey, what's up? And he just kept doing what he was doing. So he looked at me, and he smiled or whatever. So I smiled back at him because he was cool. Like, he was a cutie or whatever. So she was just, like, trying to get his attention and whatever. So she was like, don't we look good tonight? We having fun tonight? He was like, yeah, y'all lit. Mind you, I doubt if he seen her. And he was just like, I guess he was just trying to be nice. So she was like, can we get a shot on you? And I looked at her. I'm like, is this what you wanted me to watch? I'm like, okay. So I looked at her, then I looked at him, and he was like, yeah, I got you. And I was just like, to him, because I didn't want him to think, mind you, he give me drinks all the time. I never paid for a drink here. Maybe my first time I tried to pay, and he was like, nah, you good, because he knew who I was. And I don't know if they thought that I was Queen Sheba or something, but I guess being the personal assistant to the boss is like, I'm going to look out for you. You know, we're all employees, but Dan, you the personal assistant. I'm a bartender. So anyway, whatever. Not to downplay his position, because he was probably making more money than me. But anyway, so I'm like, I don't know. I didn't want him to think that I put her up to asking him for a drink, because if I want a drink, I'm going to ask for it. And she was like, yeah, can we get a shot? He was like, I got y'all. Just give me a minute. So she looked at me like, told you. And I'm just like, I'm dumbfounded, because I'm still not really like, you know, I'm a little lit. But I'm just like, I don't understand what was the magic trick. You know, I don't understand, because I would have got free drinks anyway. Little do she know, but it's like she's just hyped about getting free drinks, I guess. So he poured her a shot, and she was like, oh, as he about to pour. Mind you, what they say, beggars can't be choosers. Well, this beggar was choosing, because he was about to pour a shot. Don't get me wrong, I don't really know what the liquor was that he was pouring. She was like, no, can we get, I forgot what she asked, but let's just say she said Patron. No, can we get some Patron? And he looked at her, and he looked at me, and I did it again. I'm just like, you know? Because when he make my drinks, I was drinking Crown Royal at that time, so he would pour me a Crown Royal. But she asked for a white drink, and I'm just like, okay, cool. I know I'm not supposed to mix, but I'm also not about to get that lit. I already had one drink, and I'm probably just going to have this drink, and I'll be cool, whatever. So he was like, all right, you got it. Because he's doing stuff, and I feel like he wanted to say no, but we all in his face, and she's really pressed. So he poured up the shot, and I was like, pour yourself a shot. Because, he drank too. So I'm just trying to, like the tension, I don't want there to be any. I'm like, come on, pour yourself a shot. Let's take a shot together. He was like, all right. So he poured a shot, and then we all cheersed it. And I took a video. I'm like, hold on, let's get a video. So I took a video, we cheers and then whatever, and we take the shot. So, okay, we having a good time. She was like, all right, girl, I'm about to go back on the dance floor. You coming? I'm like, nah, I'm cool. You go ahead, do your thing. So the night is going on. Basically, nothing really happened. I didn't really see her too much for the rest of the night. I don't be taking pictures all night. I just, every once in a while, like maybe twice an hour, I'm trying to post something on the Instagram and try to get people to come out here. So, okay, so the night is dwindling down. It's almost time for me to go. Now, unlike when I told you I did Bible service, I'm just a personal assistant, so I don't have to stay here and close down and all of that. I will always try to leave at least 30 minutes before it closed, sometimes an hour, just depending on the vibes. So it was about to close, so I'm like, all right, I'm about to get up out of here. So it just so happened that when I was about to leave, she came back to the bar, because I be just chilling, talking to him, like, when I'm not doing my rounds. Sometimes I walk around, but for the most part, I just be in one spot for real. So Body comes back around. She was like, girl, it's lit. I am not trying to go home. What you doing after this? Like, I could just tell that she was a lot more lit than what she was at first. So I'm like, hey, girl, and I didn't really see her come back to the bar. I don't know what she was doing, but she was lit, okay? So she was like, I'm not trying to go home. I'm trying to be outside. Da, 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 da. I'm like, okay, now mind you, I'm not really tired. And I did still... It's crazy because the tree would motivate me to keep going, to be honest. Like, if I had enough tree, I could continue to go with my night. And I really had like a whole one and a piece of one left. So I'm like, are you ready to go now? She was like, hold on, let's leave after it closed. It closed in about 30 minutes, so let's go when it's over. So I'm like, okay. So I go outside and I puff on my piece. I'm not going to even touch the long one because I don't know what the night is about to hold. So she was telling me that her homegirl was telling her about this after hour spots. I forgot what it was called. I literally only went there once. It was like a little hole in the wall. So I'm like, okay, where you park at? She was like, oh, girl, I Ubered. You want to Uber there? I'm like, no, we don't have to Uber. I got a car. You can come with me. Now, why am I so friendly? Because my mom raised me that way. Say nah. I don't know. I just did make some bad decisions when I was intoxicated and I was young, lit, turned in the streets. Not in the streets in the way that Future was talking about, but just outside, So, all right, I'm like, you can come with me. She was like, all right, cool. So we get to the car. She got the GPS on, and we headed our way there. So we get there, we park, and I was asking her, because I don't know if you can blow trees in there. So I was asking her, do she blow trees? She was like, yeah, girl. So I was like, you want to blow a little bit before we get in there? And she was like, yeah, let's do it. It's like, she was excited. So we blowing back and forth, and it's just like, I don't know. I just feel like when somebody is sponsoring the session, meaning you don't have no tree, and they do, I just feel like of course I'm going to enjoy myself. Of course I'm going to hit it and I'm going to get high. Like, that's the whole goal. But I'm not about to chief. Like, chiefing is when you're just, like, bro, like, chill. So I just noticed that she was really hitting my blunt really hard. And it's like, yo, like, I wasn't trying to, the whole thing in this little 10-minute session, I was trying to at least do, like, maybe a half or whatever. So after she hit it, like, 3 times of us passing it back, it was pretty small. And I'm like, this my joint on the way home, like, So I was like, I didn't even ask her no questions. I just hit it again and I put it out, and I'm like, all right, cool, let's go. So we go to the after hour spot, and it was turned, like, it was lit. It was a lot of people in there. So one red flag is she always wanted something for free. So when we get to the door, she like, Look, we pretty girls, ain't we? We trying to have a good time. We about to turn y'all up. She a photographer. She gonna put you on her Instagram. People gonna be out here flooded out. Da, da, da. I'm like, yo, why she lying like that? But I'm lit. I'm lit. Not lit in the sense of drinking, because I did only have them 2 drinks. But like, my mind is, I'm wavy at this point. I'm feeling good. So I'm just letting her do her thing. He like, nah, it's $10 to get in. It was $10 to get in. So he like, nah, it's $10 to get in. So I go in my little purse. At this point in time, I did carry a little cash on me, because I knew if I'm outside, like, a lot of people don't take cards. So, okay, I go in my purse, I'm getting my $10. She was like, girl, wait. Because I'm like kind of behind her. She like, girl, wait. She like, come on, man. Like, look at us. And she do a little 360. She like, look at us. We look good. Girl, turn around. I'm like, no. Mind you, I ain't really have nothing on that was like screaming, let's go to the club, because I work here. This is what I do. So I'm just like, no, girl, I'm going to just pay. Like, I told her, I tried not to be loud. I'm like, I'm going to just pay. It's $10. She was like, well, look, she'll pay. Let's do buy one, get one free. And he was just, I feel like, a little irritated. It really wasn't nobody behind us. When we pulled up, it was a little line, but it wasn't really nobody behind us, maybe 1 or 2 people. So he was like, all right, cool, whatever. Let me see your ID. She was like, oh, thank you, daddy. Da, 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 da. He like, all right, go ahead. Mind you, again, she got body, but her face is not hitting on too much. Maybe a 4.5, maybe a 5 out of 10. I don't know. But anyway, so we get in there. I pay my little $10, show my ID. We get in there. It's lit. We having a good time. So she was like, I'm about to go to the bar. Girl, let's go to the bar. I'm like, nah, I'm cool. Let me find us a spot. Like, let me find us a spot, see if it's anywhere to sit down, or, you know, if it's anywhere where we could be not so packed, you know? She was like, all right, go ahead, find us a spot. I'm going to go to the bar. I didn't want to go to the bar with her because I'm not on that. Like, if I want to get a drink, I'm going to buy a drink. If I want to go to the club, I'm going to get in. Now, I'm not opposed. Don't get me wrong. I'm not opposed to somebody buying me something. But if somebody buys me a drink, T-Pain, they're going to offer me the drink. I'm not about to beg for no drink. Like, I'm not doing that. So I just didn't really want to go to the bar with her. But she came back with a drink. I don't know if she paid for it, but she came back with a drink. So she was like, you want to share this? I'm like, no, I'm good. Like, because I know I got to drive home. I'm probably like 30, 40 minutes away from my house. And I'm cool. When I'm on a train, I don't really need too much. Like, you know, especially because this was my everyday activity. Not every day, but this was my weekend routine. So I never really went out at this point in my life to, like, really be lit and have a good time. I'm just out here, like, you know, I'm just outside, just listening to music, vibing, and having a good time or whatever. But I'm not really trying to get faded, and I don't need to drink like that. It's cool. So we just having a good time. She dancing, I'm dancing, we having a good one. So these dudes come up to us, and this dude, like, I'm not trying to be messy, but they came from the back. Like, they came behind us, and they did tap on her shoulder, and I seen her turn around, and I turned around too, and I seen it was 2 of them, so I just turned all the way around. So the dude who tapped on her shoulder was a good looking dude. And I'm not saying that he wouldn't have tried to talk to her if he would have seen her face first, but maybe he would have tried to talk to me first. I don't know. But anyways, I'm not trying to sound like a hater, but just keep listening to the story, okay? So, yeah. So he tapped on her shoulder, and he, you know, was trying to talk to her, asked her if she wanted a drink or whatever. Well, he greeted both of us. Then he introduced his homeboy. His homeboy was little. And they both, like, they looked okay. Like, they didn't look like Dusty's, but we're going to call them Dumb and Dumber. So Dumb is the one that came up to her. Dumber is the one that basically I end up, like, entertaining. I don't want to say talking, so I end up entertaining. So anyway, he asked if we wanted a drink. Red flag number 1 is he bought all the drinks. I hate to be with a ninja, with 2 ninjas, and I don't got the one that's spending the money. I don't like that, because I don't want my ninja to even think it's cool for a first impression. Like, you're just meeting me and you got another ninja paying for my drink. Like, I don't like that. So, what I didn't like, I guess, I don't know. Y'all tell me if it's petty. But I didn't like when he asked us if we wanted a drink. She, like, jumped and was like, no, she ain't drinking. You can get me hers. Now, I know I told you that I didn't want to go to the bar with you, but I never specifically said that I wasn't drinking. I had it in my mind that I wasn't really trying to drink like that. But I was like, no, I'm good. I don't want to go to the bar. I didn't say I'm not drinking for the rest of the night. So even if I did, like, let me tell them that. Let me be the one to say no. Don't speak for me. You don't even know me. Like, you don't even know me. But I was like, nah, I'll take one. He's like, what you drinking? I'm like, I'm drinking Crown. Because that's why I feel like maybe he would have talked to me, because he was like, I don't know. He was like talking to me in the midst of them talking. But she was so like pressed on him. He didn't really have a chance to change his decision. And it was just like, whatever. So anyway, so we go to the bar. We go get the drink. And now we just chilling. And then we go to the dance floor. So we at the dance floor, we dancing, and I'm entertaining the little short dude. I'm doing a little 1-2. It is what it is. Like, I don't really dance on people like that. So when I do dance on people, I don't necessarily care what they look like. I don't really care. It's nostalgic for me to be dancing on somebody, because I really just be in my own zone, my own little spot. Not that I'll always be having a section, but for the most part, I be ducked off. And if I'm dancing, you can tell I'm just dancing by myself, So when I do dance with somebody, and I can't really dance. I can't really dance. So I just be laughing to myself. Like, I wonder if I'm really on beat. Like, I'm trying to catch up to how they like, I just be trying or whatever. But it is what it is. But I could tell that I was on his stomach. Like, I could tell, like, I don't feel jean. I don't feel belt. I feel stomach. And I'm just cracking up to myself, but I'm just dancing, whatever. So we having a good time. So it's the end of the night. I'm ready to go. Like, I'm ready to go. And it's like, I know we came together, but at the end of the day, like, I don't really know you, but I do feel responsible to make sure you at least get to your Uber, So I'm like, girl, I'm ready to go. It's probably like 3-4 o'clock in the morning at this point. I'm like, girl, I'm ready to go. I gotta go. So she was like, okay, just give me 10 more minutes. Just give me 10 more minutes. I'm like, all right, cool. You gonna call an Uber? She was like, yeah, I'm gonna call an Uber, but I just want to wait until like 10 more minutes, and then we can go outside. I'll call the Uber. So I'm like, all right, cool. So we go outside, and she calls her Uber, and the dudes are out there waiting with us too. And he was like, can I get your number? Talking to Dumb was talking to Body. He's like, can I get your number? So she was like, yeah, what y'all doing tomorrow? We should link up. This is her. Usually the dude be trying to link up. So she's like offering like we should link up. And he was like, nah, we ain't doing nothing. You should pull up on us. And she looked at me like, girl, yes, we should pull up on them tomorrow. Like, what you doing tomorrow? I'm like, I don't really have much to do in the afternoon. I got work at night, but I don't really have much to do in the afternoon. At this point, I'm still kind of new to Atlanta. So I'm not against meeting new people. And these dudes look decent. That was cool. And I felt like my problem is trying to be nice. That's my problem. Trying to be nice to people I don't even really know. So I just didn't want her to have to go by herself, because the way it was seeming like they live together. So I'm like, yeah, I don't have no plans for tomorrow, so I just gotta work at night. So he was like, yeah, y'all can slide through in the afternoon. Like, we can have a good time, just chill, whatever. I want to get to know y'all more. And that's what made me feel like, again, like, why you keep saying y'all? Like, the short dude really wasn't talking too much. He wasn't really like on me. And that's why I was like, I'll go, because he not being weird. Like, I know I don't like this dude, but I'll accompany her. But the Dumb just kept saying like, y'all, yeah, y'all should come. Y'all this, y'all that. And I'm just like, okay, cool. So our plan is to go over there tomorrow. Cool. So next day comes, so I got her number, of course. Next day comes, she texted me at like 12 o'clock, like, hey girl, what time you want to go? He gave me the address. I'm like, okay, what's the address so I can see how far it is from me? And she was like, well, can you pick me up so I don't have to Uber there? Red flag number, whatever. Why do you want so much from me? Like, I don't know you. I don't know you. So I'm like, what's your address? Like, what's your address? Just send me both the addresses so I can see, because I have to go to work, so I wouldn't be able to take you back home most likely. So she was like, it's okay, I'll Uber from there, but I just don't want to have to Uber both ways. I'm like, okay, cool. So she sent me the address, and she sent me his address. His address actually was like 15 minutes away from where I worked at. So I got everything I needed. I went to go see my tree man before I left. Got me a nice little 3.5. That tree man used to always bless me a little bit. I get a 3.5, he'll give me a 4. Like that's a little blessing, So I got my little stuff or whatever. I rolled up before I left, rolled 1 for me, and I rolled like 2 just for the day. Like, just in case, So I go to get her. She's looking okay. Like she's looking okay. I'm like, hey girl, whatever. So we goes to the dude's house, and I'm just like, mind you, I'm new to Atlanta, so I didn't really know the area. But when I got to the area, I was like, what is this? Because Atlanta will trick you. 1 minute you'll be in this place with a whole bunch of big houses. Then next thing you know, you in the projects, okay? So by the time we got there, we was in the projects. And I was just like, now mind you, I'm from the hood myself, but my hood is my hood. And this just ain't that. It just looks really rough around here. And it's just like, I don't know. I don't know why I'm stealing my car, breaking into my car. Like, it's just like, oh, whoa. So we get there, and they come outside. They come outside, and I don't know. It's just like, dang, I know I just seen you last night, but you look like you ain't had a bath in a couple days now. I don't know if it's because it was dark yesterday, or if it's because, like, I was a little lit. But, baby, you look dusty today. What's going to dust your shoulder off? Like, what is going on? But she was just so excited to see them. And I was just like, hey, and then the Dumb gave her a hug. And Dumb tried to give me a hug. And I just hit him with the little, the little side hug. Like, you ain't about to be all pressed up against me. Like, I just gave him a little side hug. I still got to go out. I don't know what you smell like. He ain't stink or nothing, but he just looked crusty. Like, he didn't brush his teeth or wash his face or nothing. So then Dumber, he gave me a hug. I hit him with the, whatever. So we get in there, and it is just how it looks on the outside. It is ghetto. Like, it was just, it wasn't even no couch. It was just chairs. And it's crazy because I don't know where they found these chairs from. It wasn't like fold-up chairs, but it was like 5 different type of chairs. Like, it's like a dining room chair that's gray. Then it's a black little chair with the arms on it. Then it's a green chair. Then it's a red chair. Like, where did y'all get these chairs from? This was not a set with, like, I don't know. Then they had this little TV, and it just like had this, when the TV get the crack in it, it had like a crack. I was just like, okay, I will not be here for long. Like, And then on top of that, the worst part about it all, it reeked of Black and Miles. Like, it just smelled like they are chain smoking Black and Miles in this house, and I just could not stand it. Now, so on our way there, I had 1 row, so I, was, puff passing with body. So when I went to go get my stuff, I'm not going to tell you where, but I kept it in a certain place. I'm acting like y'all about to be riding the car with me trying to steal my tree. I don't even got the tree no more. But anyway, I kept it in a certain little spot or whatever. So she seen that I had 2 rolled, and she seen that I had my pouch with me, because I brought everything with me this time, because I just don't know how the day is going to be, and I just want to have my tree, okay? Don't judge me. So anyway, so she seen that. I'm saying that for a reason, right? But mind you, she don't have nothing, and she's still killing my stuff. Like, and then she would have it for so long. Even when it's mine, I try not to have it for too long. Like, if it's mine, I feel more comfortable. But I'm going to hit it a few times, and I'm going to pass it. And it's just like, I'm gonna match energy though. So if you have it for long, baby, I'm gonna have it because I'll be danged if I'm trying to be polite with my own stuff and you over here killing it and I only get to hit it twice. Like, so I'm just like, I didn't like that, but it just was what it was. I'm like, all right, I ain't, I'm thinking to myself, I might match them with the other one, but other than that, like, I ain't really doing too much over here. So we just chilling. They asked if we wanted anything to drink. I was like, no. She was like, yeah, let's get it. Like, so they had a bottle of something. I don't know what it was, but I was not drinking nothing, okay? Because the bottle was already open, and we didn't really see them pouring nothing. It was just like you could see the kitchen from the living room, and he was in the kitchen like, y'all want a drink? And you could tell it was like halfway full, and I was like, nah, I'm good. So he was like, this is dumb talking. Dumber, when he did talk, he was annoying, but we gonna get there. So they drinking or whatever, and Brodie was like, you don't want to drink? You don't want to drink? It's 5 o'clock somewhere. I'm like, nah, I'm good, girl. We just did what we did. I'm cool. She was like, all right, well, pour me one for her. Like, she was ready to get lit. It's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I know that's not too early, but it's like, okay, whatever, but not me. I'm not doing it. So, okay, we just chilling, whatever. And Dumber sparks up the black and mild. And mind you, I'm sitting close to Dumber. So I take my chair because we dang near sitting in a circle. And then, like, the TV is right here. Let me see. I always got to make sure I'm doing it, make it make sense. Okay, I guess it will. The TV is right here. Let's say Body sitting right here, I'm sitting right here, Dumber sitting right here, and Dumb sitting right there. So we right next to each other, basically sitting in a little circle or half a circle, whatever. So when he sparked up that black and mild, first thing I did was scoot on back, like, cause it's gonna hit me right in my nose. And I used to smoke black and milds back in the day. One time when I tried to stop puffing on trees, and I probably smoked black and milds for like a month, and it just was like, shoot, I'm going back to the tree. If this is what I gotta do to get off the tree, I'd rather be on the tree, because I know tree leaves a smell, but that black and mild lingers everywhere, and it's strong. Like, no. To this day, even though I don't really blow on trees no more, I don't even mind being in a hot box. It is what it is. But do not smoke no cigarettes or no black and milds, no alcohols, none of that around me, because it just bothers me, and I don't want to walk around nowhere else smelling like that. I don't mind smelling like tree. To me, it just is what it is, but I'm not trying to be a black and mild smelling girl. Like, no. Anyway, no shade to y'all that smoke black and milds, but it's not for me. It's not my cup of tea. So anyway, he smoked the black and mild. I back up. He like, what you backing up for? It's not that deep or whatever. I'm like, yeah, I just don't really like that smell. He was like, but you smoke. I'm like, yeah, but not black and milds. He was like, oh, you bougie. And then that's when Dumb was like, y'all want smoke? And then that's when Body was like, yeah, we can. She got one rolled in the car. Yeah, we can. She got one rolled in the car. Girl, why you telling all my business? Because what if that was for me? Like, or what if that was for us? We come into these ninjas' houses, they not spending no money. The least they can do is have their own tree if that's what they want to do. And he was like, oh, you already got one rolled. And I just felt like I was put on the spot. And I was like, yeah, I do. And he was like, can you go get that? Let's spark up or whatever. So I'm like, all right, cool. I am a very nice smoker. So I just feel like it's nothing. Like, I don't know. There have been times where I've been in situations where I feel like I probably got played. But, like, I am my only child, and I really be taking it to the face. So I do enjoy getting high with other people. So it was like, okay, cool. But then I'm just like, as I'm walking to the car by myself, I'm like, dang, am I the sponsor? Like, I'm just thinking to myself, and I'm like, all right, I'm not going to be, maybe he's telling me to get that one so we can put 2 in rotation. I'm just having some hope for the future. But anyway, I go get my thing, and it's in a bag or whatever. So I just go get my bag, and I just bring the whole thing in, because I don't know why I did that. I don't know why I did that, but I did it. So I bring the whole thing in. I, spark my little joint and I put it in rotation. And I'm just looking around and I'm just hoping and wishing and praying that you pull something out too. But he didn't. He didn't. So let's say I'm puffing on it, I'm taking, let's say I take 5 pulls, Pass it to her. She, and it's like, for how long you're sucking on this blunt? You're not even holding it in your lungs long enough. Like, girl, you're wasting my smoke. Like, it's like, girl, she was getting on my nerves. So he hit it. And he wasn't hitting it hard. And yes, I am watching because it's mine. He wasn't hitting it hard, but he kept it for a long time. And then he passed it to Dummer. And Dummer kind of just hit it regularly. So when he passed it to me, mind you, a blunt is about this long. When he passed it back to me, it was about half. So I just hit it a little bit and I wanted it to come. I'm like, if they have courtesy, it'll come back around one more time. Because I feel like if it's mine, it should end with me, So I just hit it a couple times and I hurried up and passed it. Next thing you know, Body get it. And then they disappear. And I know I'm not that high. But she get it. Mind you, I'm watching TV. I passed to her watching TV. And I seen some movement, but I was a little stoned, so I really wasn't really paying too much attention to it. But then when I look back over, I see them walking up the steps. I'm just like, I know she didn't take my tree. Like, I know it wasn't a lot, but the nerve of you to do that, it just was weird. And she went upstairs. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm sitting there, 30 minutes go by. She's still upstairs. Now, mind you, I'm not really, I don't know. I was a stoner. So my tolerance was high. And it's like, I'm just sitting here. We just watching TV. This ninja still, he ain't put the black and mild down yet. 30 minutes. I think he might have sparked up another one. I don't know. He's still hitting it. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm about to just roll up. I'm about to roll up. They still up there. And I started hearing little squeaky sounds from the upstairs. Mind you, it's the projects. This house is not built to be privacy, right? So I just hearing stuff. I'm like, no, she is not up there. Come on, him. To each his own. But we met these dudes 12 hours ago. But okay. I'm still baffled that you just had to take my tree with you. But okay. Anyway, so I roll up and Dummer you don't got no B-Woods? And I was like, no, I don't. He's like, yeah, I don't like no regular. You got that regular. Now, when he said regular, I thought he was trying to play me and say I got Reggie. I'm like, nah, this the loud. I looked at him. I looked down and I looked at him. I said, nah, that's the loud. He was like, nah, I'm saying you rolling a game. Because that's where I used to roll games. He was like, you rolling a game. That's regular. You supposed to have the B-Wood. I'm like, okay, you roll one. He was like, nah, you not ready for that. You're telling me that I'm rolling a regular and I tell you roll what you comfortable with and I'm not ready for that? No, you don't have nothing. Because if rolling a B-Wood, a good one, you're using a lot more tree than you would just rolling a regular blunt, right? So I roll, and when he said that, it's like, I'm making this little because he don't deserve my tree. So I made it little, and he was like, dang, that thing's skimpy. He just started coming for me. He was like, dang, that thing's skimpy. What's going on? You got more in the bag? Dumber. You need to be with Body upstairs because why is you clocking everything that I have? I don't know. I was just annoyed. Because it's like, bro, this is my 3rd blunt. And I'm still not really high because this girl's just sucking it down. I only got it twice and I was trying to be courteous on the 2nd round. Nah, this about to be all me. So I sparked it. I'm like, oh, well, you don't want it then. He was like, nah, I'm good. I don't want that. You roll little. I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm just puffing it down, taking it to the face. At this point, I'm not worried about nobody or nothing, okay? So another 30 minutes go by. Mind you, I'm puffing it, but like I might puff it, it might go out, and then 10 minutes later, 5 minutes later, I spark it up again. Like, I'm not worried. I'm just just chilling. We watching something. I don't know what we watching. So we just watching. He's still chain smoking his black and mild. I swear he might have went 5 minutes without smoking a black and mild. So I actually had scooted over even more. He was like, "Oh, I made you mad. I made you mad because I'm talking about your little. I made you mad." I'm like, "Nah, I'm trying to sit next to you, but you keep smoking them black and milds, and it's just too much." He was like, "It's better than what you got. It's better than what you got." I'm like, "Oh, okay." At this point, I'm lit, so I'm not really too annoyed, but I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. I had planned on staying here. We didn't get there till like 3 o'clock, so I had planned on staying there probably until like 9 o'clock or whatever. But now it's about 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. I'm ready to go. Like, I'm ready to get up out of here. So finally, let's say I got a little left, a little roachy. That's all I got left, but it's mine. So how far I smoke it down is how far I smoke it down. Like, that don't have nothing to do with nobody, right? So so they come downstairs, Body and Dumb come downstairs. And it's so weird that when they coming downstairs, like, Dumb is buckling up his pants. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm looking at them, and I'm just like, whatever. So then Dumb looks at me, and he just like, maybe because I looked at them first, but I really was doing that to her, like, as a homegirl, like, I know what you was doing, whatever. And he looked at me like, yeah, could have been you type time. And it's just like, boy, no. So, I had my little thing, and I, sparked. By the time I seen them, I just sparked it because I want to finish it. It's mine. I want to finish it, so I'm smoking it. And she was like, "Dang, you rolled up again?" I'm like, "Yeah." She was like, "Dang, you ain't save us none." You took my tree, and where it's at? Gone. I already know it's gone because it wasn't a lot, but you took it. And you wanted me to save you some of the next one? No. So here go Dumber. Yeah, she ain't want to share that. She took that to the face. That little skimpy. I'm like, girl, you had the rest of the other one. I was up there for so long, I wasn't going to wait on you. She was like, dang, let's roll up again. Let's. I was like, nah. And I was lying because I'm going to say did it past tense. I didn't really have a limit for the tree. Like, I could keep going and going like the Energized Bunny. I never got so high that I was so out of my mind. Like, it's times where I'm cool. I don't need it. But if somebody is challenging me, like, I'm going to keep going. When it came to drinking and smoking, like, I am the challenger. Like, don't challenge me because I'm down for the challenge. Like, I'm never about to be out drink or out smoke. I don't know why I was competitive in that way, but I was. So I could have kept going, but I was cool. And I knew when she said let's, she meant me. So I directed it because I knew she ain't had no tree. So I directed it to Dumb. I'm like, all right, well, go ahead. I'm good, but you can roll up. He was like, oh, man, we waiting for the plug now. Da-da-da. He was supposed to be here hours ago. Da-da-da. We waiting on the plug. Well, you better keep waiting on the plug because your girl is... What? Yeah, I'm not rolling up no more. So here go Body. The nerve. She like, don't you got some more in the bag? I'll roll it up. And I was like, yeah, that's not for me. Yeah, that's not for me. She was like, what you mean? I was like, I'm sharing my 3.5 with somebody at work. They had paid me for it. We went half on it. So I basically used my half already. I ain't even got no more for myself. Call me what you want. Just don't call me to blow on no tree because what? She was like, oh, dang. Then she pointed her direction to them like, call the plug. I want to smoke. And he was like, all right, let me call him. I swear he put his phone to his head so fast, you did not type no numbers. And he was like, dang, he ain't answering. I'm like, yes. It's about that time. It's time to go. So I was just like, I waited for like 10 minutes. We just watching a movie or whatever. She drinking, they drinking. We just watching. I don't know if it was a movie, but we just watching TV. So I waited like 10 minutes. I'm like, girl, I'm hungry. And everybody was like, me too. They hungry too. And we not about to do this. We not about to do this. I'm like, yeah, I'm probably about to grab something and then head to work. And she was like, you heading to work this early? I'm like, yeah, sometimes I go there early, lying. Because no, I don't ever go at no 7 o'clock. But I'm like, at this point, I'm ready to go. So I caught the vibe that everybody damn near was cool. I don't know if they had a car. So I don't know if they would have expected me to buy everybody food, but I know they would have expected me to go get everybody food and come back. And I just wasn't feeling being used anymore. Like, I'm ready to go. So I was like, yeah, I'm probably just going to go grab something quick and then go to my job. And they was like, dang, like, you trying to leave? You trying to leave? I'm like, yeah, I told you I had to work tonight or whatever. So Body was like, girl, can you just stay for another 2 hours? Let's just stay for another 2 hours. I'm like, yeah, girl, no, I'm hungry now. I'm about to just go get something to eat and go to work a little early. She was like, oh my gosh, girl, come on. Like, she just begging me, but at the same time, like, I don't know if she felt like she could bully me type time. She was like, girl, come on. Like, that job ain't going nowhere. Like, you could just stay. Let's just stay for another 2 hours. I'm like, you can stay if you want to, but I'm about to dip or whatever. And then Dummer was like, dang, we ain't even get to spend no time together. You about to dip already? Dummer, you been in my face, chain smoking Black and Miles this whole time. What do you mean spend time together? This man literally said no words to me unless he was coming at my tree. That's the most he said to me when he was talking about, oh, you don't smoke me woods. Oh, that's skimpy. Da, da, da. He ain't never said, you know, so what you do? Where are you from? Like, never, like, you was never trying to get to know me. Now I'm about to leave and you talking about we ain't get to spend no time together? Oh, the time we spent was enough for me. You'll never see me again. Ever. So I'm like, girl, what you about to do? Like, what you about to do? Because I'm about to leave. She was like, oh my gosh, like, And she was like, she said something like, I hate girls like you. Or something. Like, I don't think she said those exact words, but that's what she was saying. Like, I can't stand girls like you or something like that. I'm like, what you mean? She was like, we just got here and you ready to go already. You don't know how to party. Like, you ain't even drinking. You don't want to roll up no more. Like, you know, you don't really know how to party. I thought you was a party girl, you know, whatever. And I was like, okay, so you staying? Because now you're insulting me. And I really am not about to sit here and let you do that to me. Like, no. So she was like, yeah, I guess I'll stay. And she was like, Dumb, can you take me home after this? I don't live far from here. He was like, man, my car in the shop right now, you know, whatever. I was like, all right, girl. Well, y'all, it was nice seeing y'all. All right, girl, you got my number. Just let me know when you make it home safe. She was like, all right. Nobody walked me to the door. Nobody walked me to my car. No, nothing. I grabbed my train, I grabbed my stuff, and I got up out of there. And then I went to go get me something to eat, rolled up again, and I was just chilling for the rest of the day. I think I went to actually sit down and eat something or whatever. But yeah, that was the time where I should have stayed home. Like, I could have literally been chilling. Mind you, we was out so late the night before. I did not have to wake up early and be nowhere. I could have been in my house blowing down my tree and chilling it before it was time to go to work. But no, I was trying to be nice. But you might have got me once, but I can damn sure guarantee you won't get me twice. Period. I never seen that girl again. She texted me later on that night, said she was home. That was it for me. I didn't need nothing else. I don't know what happened with them. I don't know. I don't care. And you won't see me again anywhere, period. And actually, I never seen her again. So, yeah, that's the time when I went with a stranger to link up with some dusties, and it just was dusty. I got used and abused, and they wanted to continue to use me. And I said, no, I'm gone. But all right, y'all. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.